All right, everybody, let's make the real General Tso's chicken. What's real? Not super sweet, a little vinegary. It's the real deal. So first, I'm going to add oil to my wok because we need to deep fry the chicken. That's one component of this dish, breading of the chicken. Really important to get it right. And this is a great recipe. Here I've got flour, and it's mixed with cornstarch, and I'm adding half of the marinade mixture that I used for the chicken. This is going to give you some lumps that you want. It's going to make a nice craggy coating on our chicken, as you can see here. Once they're all done, that's what you're looking for. It's beautiful. It's going to fry up real nice and all those little points and nooks and crannies. So my oil's at 350 degrees, and you have to do this individually, otherwise the whole thing will clump together. So I'm putting these pieces in one at a time carefully, of course putting them in the oil away from me so I don't get splashed. And I'm going to do this for each and every piece of the chicken, and once all that chicken is in there, I'm going to stir it around a little bit and I'm going to let it fry. Look at those beautiful nuggets of chicken. They are starting to get golden brown here. I'm just going to let them go to they are the color that I want. And I will take out a piece and cut it open, one of the bigger ones, to make sure that they're fully cooked. Then with my Chinese scoop, I'm going to scoop them all out at once and I'm going to put them aside to drain. One Chinese technique that they do this, but then they pour the oil that in the wok, they pour it right over, and it's almost like a secondary flash fry, and it keeps them nice and crispy. I'm going to grab back some of that oil. I'm going to put it in my now cleaned wok, and now this is where we're going to build our sauce. First thing we're going to do is the aromatics. We've got some red chilies, garlic, ginger, some minced scallion, and that's the sauce, which includes different components, but also includes a little bit of cornstarch, which is going to help us get the thickness of the sauce that we are looking for. Once the aromatics are in, I am just doing this over pretty low heat, and I'm just softening up the garlic, the ginger, the scallions, and I'm allowing those red chilies to impart their flavor on the oil that's in the wok. Once those are done and soft, I'm going to give my sauce a little bit of a stir because there is cornstarch in the bottom, and I'm going to pour that in. Now, cornstarch will pretty much thicken when it boils. You can see around the edges there that it's already thickened slightly. I'm putting in some pieces of scallion as part of this recipe, and I'm going to stir, and it's slowly coming up to temperature, and as it comes to a boil, you see that it's thickened, and that is exactly what you want. When it's at that point, in goes the chicken, and I am going to give it a nice toss around, making sure that all of those crispy nuggets of chicken are completely coated in the delicious sauce. And again, this sauce isn't that overly sweet General Tso's chicken that you get in every Chinese restaurant known to mankind. This is a little bit more on the vinegary side, and that is Chef Pang's actual original recipe when he developed this recipe in Taiwan in the 1970s. So look at that. Already you can tell it's going to be better than most of the General Tso's chicken that you get in a Chinese restaurant. So here I've plated it up with a nice little bit of rice, and I like to chew on those chili peppers.